Hello everybody, Woody here, C Woody Gaming, back on the farm. And my last video I put out was just a time lapse of some spring field work. That was a long process, and I wanted to compact a bunch of that into one video. The sound got all screwy on that, so I actually don't think any sound even loaded with that video. So that was just a straight up time lapse video. Sorry about that, but hopefully everything's working good again here. So our first, since I got that tillage done, my next step was to get some fertilization on my fields here, and I really thought about how I wanted to accomplish that. If I wanted to jump in the Terrigator again and do another round of spread and dry fertilizer, and as opposed to the lime I did last time with that machine. But I thought maybe I'd mix it up for video purposes here and get another process going. So I did get out and purchase a sprayer, and I'm going to spray on some liquid fertilizer. And I've actually done that already on one and started a second of my fields here. So I did the one around the farm here and started working on field 3 between episodes here. I like the sprayer, and I'll show you here in just a minute what I got. I like the sprayer. I think it's a cool mod. I like the way it works. It's 120-foot booms, pull behind sprayer on tracks. I haven't decided fully if I like it more than just having a self-propelled sprayer. Boom size is the same. It does have a big tank. I do like that. It's nice for the pre-emergence application of fertilizers, herbicides, if you think of it that way. What I am unsure about, though, is if it's going to cause me an issue post-emergence. And we can go over there and take a look at why I'm thinking that. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's just go see that tractor. So this is what I got. I don't remember at all where I got this mod. It's a hook lift trailer. And somebody, I cannot remember where this, I've had this mod for a long time now. Hook lift sprayer, I think, was how I originally found it, just Googling that, and I found this. It's a really good mod. I'm just not sure if we're going to have crop damage from the tracks. And I like to try to stay semi-realistic and leave my crop damage on, so I don't want to fiddle with anything like that. We'll just have to see. Maybe this is a sprayer I'm not going to stick with, or maybe it's a sprayer I'm only going to use in a pre-plant or pre-emergence condition. We'll have to see how that goes. But for right now, for what I'm doing here, I really like it. So I do have this guy loaded up, and again, I started on this field. Let's see if I can get my old, well, not exactly, huh? Alright, auto steer, let's get you happy again. Let's get it lined up here. Reset that width. There we go, and that's close enough to lined up. And we'll be doing this. Before I get started on this, I have been looking also at a new contract for I've had this rig since day one. This is my make money on the side tractor. And I've been looking, I just cultivated the field 31 down here and finished that up. So I was looking for a new one to do, and I think what I've decided on here is there's a couple contracts on the other side of the river, that field 86 and field 68, was it? 62 and 86 on the other side of the river 37,000 for 62 and 86, 41,000. So right, and they're right next to each other. So I think I'm going to go ahead and grab these. Initially, I hadn't really thought I wanted to do anything on the other side of the river because it's a long ways away. But I'm down here, so it's probably as close as I'm going to get. We'll go check it out. So I'm going to head that way and see if we can't get this guy rolling on some side work. And actually having this thing going as often as I can has really netted me a lot of extra income. I was looking at this just the other day here, and this tractor and cultivator cost me, I think it was $101,000 for the tractor and $75,000 for the cultivator. Now those prices, I don't know, right or wrong, that's what they are. So I've got $176,000 invested in this equipment. I have made over $1 million off contract work just cultivating fields so far with this. So that has been very welcome income added back into the pot here as I'm trying to decide what I'm doing going forward. I know that this first season here, my equipment list is going to be skimpy. You know, the way I started the game with, I believe it was, I can't remember if it was $8 or $10 million. Bought the farm, the fields and everything, and then this rig here to start getting that extra money rolling in. And I've bought, you know, the 9RX and the Terragator and the 2 semis, and it adds up. So this has really been a good way to keep a little bit of income coming in to kind of cut off the purge, if you will. So I am more than happy to keep this guy working, even if it means I got to take 20 minutes and drive it to the other side of the river. So let's get comfy here, I guess, and we'll speed on over to the other side of the river, and we'll touch base again when I get there. Alright guys, welcome back. I am rolling up to the field now, and a little quicker than I thought I would. About 15 minutes, a little shy of 15 minutes to get all the way over here. Field 86, let's see. This little dog leg here on the west side of the field's a little bigger than I thought, but I hope Courseplay doesn't have a problem dealing with that. Field 86, let's go around. Let's see. Sure. 3 times. Should be good. Let's see what it generates here. If it generates. Alright. I was going to say, I never had a problem generating a course with this before. Interesting. That is the most interesting course generation I've seen. Obviously the borders first, and for whatever reason it gets done bordering, comes back down to this point. Up here, and then up here, all the way to the top, and then looks like it drives all the way down to the bottom to work its way south again. Huh. Interesting. Well, whatever you got to do, course play. I'm letting you captain the ship here. Just out of curiosity, I guess we'll see how it gets started. But I don't, things like cultivating, field work, easy things like field work, I've never really had a problem with course play doing any of this kind of stuff. So only the ones where the field is physically split in multiple pieces, obviously cannot process that, but $82.8 hours on this rig right here. And I quite literally, basically, anytime I've been logged on, that rig's been running. And you can see by my cultivated stuff, the only cultivation that's happened on this map is stuff I've done. I should clarify. Oh, no, that isn't completely true. 84, 85 I didn't do. I did those two. I did not. I don't remember doing like 35, 33, 34. I don't remember 33. I'm pretty sure I did 34. 50, 52, I didn't do those. Basically, any of these square ones that popped up here, those are the first ones. 25 I did. 31, 32. Obviously, all my own. And I did these three over here as well. So the vast majority of this cultivating I've done myself. And like I said, this rig has definitely paid for itself many times over based on the amount of contract dollars I've brought in here. And now we've actually finally rolled over, so we're actually missing a day worth of contract income here, but she's been worth it. Alright, let me see. Make sure it gets around this little farmhouse alright, and then we'll go do some spraying with that thing, that new sprayer. Okay. And I applaud your attempt at trying to get the best coverage you can, but I really prefer not to take out the neighbors' buildings. Alright, I'm sure he'll be fine. I'll just let him go and wait for problems to show themselves. So let's go ahead and jump back into our 9620 RX and do a little spraying. Oh, see, now you're going to change it on me, huh? I don't really care for that at all. And I have not used this new GPS mod, well, new to 19, however new you want to consider that. I haven't used this enough that I know the shortcuts for nudging. I wanted to say there was an Alt-R, but I don't want to take any chances on that, so I'm just going to start a new one. There we go, that'll work. Just let this puppy eat acres. In case anybody is wondering, I have actually seen the sprayer that this, I assume, is modeled after in real life. Well, real life. I've seen the real life video of the actual sprayer this is modeled after. The real one obviously isn't a hook lift trailer and sprayer situation. Obviously that's how they had to make it work, I think, with Farm Sim to get the right trailer with track look on the spray tank and everything. But I think the way they did it turned out real nice. I really like the way it looks. It looks very, very similar to the real ones that I've seen. That was why I picked it. You know, I figured a map like this, the sheer size of the tank alone is going to be beneficial. So that was one of the reasons why I picked this over the self-propelled sprayers. I mean, the other reason being, obviously, look at it, it looks cool as hell. So oh great, weeds already. Neat. That might be another, depending on how things pan out, that might be another thing I do. I guess I just thought about that. Leave this rig for fertilization. So basically just your pre-plant, pre-emergence type fertilizer applications. And then actually have a self-propelled sprayer for the weed management side of things still. And I do not know what the deal is, but every now and again this tractor does not like to find its GPS line. I had a heck of a time with that on the high-speed disc. Doing the tillage just does not like to find the line sometimes. Just take a look here, make sure the little course plate blurb is still moving around. Looks like he is. One thing I did notice with this mod, oh, see, now it is working. It wasn't working before where it was showing me the actual amount of nitrogen being applied. I had to set it because it wasn't showing me here. You know, you can see it jumping around. It looks like I'm applying 140 pounds or 140 kilograms. It was not showing me that when I initially hooked up and started pulling this. I was going to say that's one of the things I didn't really like about it, but it appears as though it's decided to, maybe I had the wrong thing selected. As far as you can see up where behind where it shows the tractor up by the controls there in the top right hand corner of that box, it looks like I'm pulling two things. One's the hook lift trailer and one is the actual sprayer itself. Maybe I had the wrong thing selected and that's why it wasn't showing me. I could still adjust the application rate higher and lower, but the only way I knew to tell how it was working was the color of the nitrogen map as I went along, as you can see down there in the lower left. And you could, I don't know if you remember, but if you look at it around the home farm there was some yellows in it where I was adjusting, trying to find, you know, where I needed to be because I wasn't able to see the number. So the reason I did it this way is I wanted to get the majority of my nitrogen. I'm thinking I'm going to go all corn on all these fields. So I wanted to have the majority of my nitrogen put on this way, liquid application, and I will come back and do, because you can see I'm not going all the way, you know, to the 200. I'm thinking I'm going, excuse me, I'm going to come back and do some side dressing once I get everything planted and growing a little bit. I think I'm going to come back and side dress the other 60 to 80 pounds to get me up to that 200 mark, just to add a side dress step. I think that's not only a good way to grow corn, but I think it's a neat way to get to use more equipment in the game and see little different processes. So I personally, if I was going to farm, I'd split my nitrogen applications like that anyway. I think it's just a better way than dumping everything on and hoping that it's there as your corn grows throughout the year. A lot of people still do it that way, and just times change. We soil sample now, things are different, so side dress application really is the way to go. That's one thing too, side dress. The Hagee mod that I have is, I assume, a convert from 17, converted from where, I don't even know where it originally came from, anything like that. I love the Hagee sprayers for the tall corn applications. I kind of wish somebody would mod a either like a side dress toolbar for the front of them, like they have in real life, or they actually have what they call a Y drop. It's just a split, a way to side dress the nitrogen in tall corn that actually drops that nitrogen down by the roots of the plant with I guess they call them Y drops. It just drops a hose down from the spray bar all the way down to the root of the plant, and that's where the nitrogen is placed, because that's obviously where the plant wants the nitrogen. 360 Yield makes those, I believe, along with some other companies. Those are just the ones I'm familiar with. I thought it'd be cool if somebody would mod a new Hagee. Hopefully coming in for the FS22, somebody will take that on and get us a new version of the Hagee, and maybe have some interchangeable spray boom nitrogen toolbar, maybe a Y drop boom that we can switch around, and then use the same machine to kill weeds and side dress some nitrogen. That'd be pretty cool to see. So it'd be anybody do any modding out there, there's a challenge for you. I wish I had the skill at doing that as some of the people who create some of the mods out there. I've said this before, they're the reason the game is so fun. It's, it's the differences in the details and the technical things that they do with the mods that make everything so cool and original and fun. And I got to give anybody who can mod props, because you can do what I can't, and it makes it fun for a guy like me to play a game like this. So thank you for your work, modders. Let's see here, I could have done this a little better. I did not line that up well. What's a little more compaction, huh? finishes off that one. Never mind that boom down under the top of the ground there. That's just an illusion. We don't tear any booms off anything here. All right, we'll fold this up and figure out our next field. Looks like that's going to have to be for next time, though. Looking at the time here, looks like I got to bring this one to an end, unfortunately. So stay tuned. We'll do some more of this next time. And thanks, everybody, for watching.